In this video, I'm going to show you how you can set up a new composition. First, open up After Effects, and you will get this window that pops up. Hit New Project. And from here, you can hit New Composition, or you can go up to the top and you can go to Composition, New Composition. And right now, I'm just going to name this my last name and then whatever this project is. So I'll just call it Comp for now. It defaults to HDTV 1080 29.97, which is amazing because that's the size that we actually want to work with. If you wanted to change it for a different project, you can always click your drop down, but this is the default setting that we'll be using for everything that we do in this course. Also, one thing to note is this is our time code. So right now it is set to 30 seconds. We have our frames, which is at the bottom, our seconds, our minutes, and our hours. So if I wanted this to be 30 minutes, I would actually hit 30. It'd be 30 minutes and 30 seconds right now. But I don't want that. I'm going to keep it at 30 seconds. And if you want to change your stage color, which is your background color, you can click on here and pick a different color. So for now, I'm just going to pick a red just to show you what it looks like, and then hit OK. And here you'll see this is my composition. My composition has a red background. If you want to change it, you can always go back up to your composition settings, and let's say you decide you wanted to make a 45-second video, you can change to 45 seconds and you can change your composition to a gray background. It doesn't really matter. And there you go. So you can see that I have actually changed it. You can also navigate it and drag it all the way to the end. So right now, because it was previously set to 30 seconds, it was still at the 30-second mark. So I'm just going to drag it so now my video is a complete 45 seconds. Let's look around what we see on this composition. So right now, this is my composition setting. Over here is my timeline. Just like Photoshop, when I start importing things, you will see down at the bottom that it comes in as layers. It does not come in like Premiere does, where you have everything on a timeline like this. Instead, it's going to work like Photoshop, where you see all of the layers across down here. Now, let's talk about the side panels. So here we have our info, we have our preview, we have our effects and presets, we have our libraries. But let's say that you start closing down your windows by accident. If you start dragging things around and you just start messing things up, what you can do is you can always navigate and reset all your windows. So if you go up to Window Workspace and you go to Reset Standard to save layout, it's going to bring it back to the original. You can customize your layout, and that's why it was revert back to a saved layout. But right now, this is the system default, so it reverted back. Now I'm going to talk about how we're going to import our footage. So the first thing is I went to unsplash.com and I found a really large photo that I would like to add some motion to. File, import, and then find your photo. You will notice that it came over onto the side here. Just drag it over the canvas, and I can tell right away that it is a very large file. Here I have my pivot point in the center, so if I create any rotation, it is going to rotate around that pivot point. If you want to move your pivot point, you can go up to the top here and you can just move your pivot point. The quick key for that is hitting Y on your keyboard, but if you'd like, you can just go up to the top. So let's say that I have my file right here. We're going to talk about the different views. So right now I'm viewing it at 33%. So if I hit Fit, I can see everything on my stage right here. So everything on my composition. If I go to render it out, this is exactly what I'm going to see. If I want to zoom out even more, then I can see that actually this is the size of my image. So I can see where I'm going to want to rotate it, if I want to move it around. I have a lot of different options. So if I click on my selection tool, I can actually move it around and I can see where I want to go. Let's just put it back at the fit. The next thing that's really important is this is how our preview renders. So we have auto, full, half, third, and quarter. If you have it at a quarter, it means that it might be grainy when you're looking at the top here, but it's going to process at faster speeds. If you wanted to know exactly what it looks like, you would be able to watch it at full. But the problem with that is sometimes your computer is going to be very, very laggy. So I suggest first going down to a quarter, and then if you want to, move it up to a third, half, and see at what point your computer can handle it.